Welcome to the Western States Racing League live from Darlington, South Carolina. The track too tough to tame. The Lady in Black. Welcome everybody here on a Tuesday night, round 9 of Darlington. Val Beltrami picking up the win last week at Daytona on a fantastic ending to that race. But we shift our focus to Darlington. The Lady in Black, the too tough to track, too tough to tame. And right now we are in qualifying mode. Let's get down to the racetrack right now as we got drivers putting times on the speed charts right now. Earl Weaver being one of them. Earl Weaver right now says, you know what, I'm going to be down there. Ryan Patty going to set the fastest lap of the night with a 29.68 to end his qualifying laps. Earl Weaver going to try it again. He's going to come down pit road. Julian Ricci on the podium last week at Daytona. Right now he's at a 29.78. Bentley Glazer on the speedway right now currently sits at the top of the pile. Liam Irving in third right now with a 29.40 for Bentley Glazer. Jason Anderson in the 92 truck. He's going to qualify with a 29.76. John Kenyon coming on the pit road right now in the 88 truck. And this track, not as wide as you'd think it is. Not as wide as you think it is, and there they are. They're gonna. John Kenyon gonna get a Darlington stripe, first one of the night, as he is working on his qualifying run here. Jacob Jensen gonna go second fastest with a 29.36. John Kenyon on track right now. And his first time out of turn number 3 and 4. Survey says he's gonna go 10th quickest on his first lap with a 30.01, a 30 flat for John Kenyon on lap number 1. Checking in on some other times, Bob Beltrami with his 29.73. Jeff Hollingsworth at the same time. John Kenyon trying to do better on his second lap. Lap number 2 for John Kenyon. He comes through the stripe and enough. He's going to stand on that first lap. Shane Jensen out of Calvu Motorsports and out of Phoenix, Arizona, on track now for his qualifying run. He tripped the timing line, and this time by, he's right up there next to the wall on sponsored Chevy Silverado. We come down to Boeing back straight away on his opening lap here. Turn number 4, trip to timing line. This time by lap number 1 is going to be good enough for. So he says third quickest with a 29.41 on lap number 1 off of turn number 4 turn 2 down the back straight away. Can he improve on that third position off of turn number 4? So he says, I feel like Steve Harvey. Survey says he's going to stand on that first lap. Matt Slisler also with a 29.6. Scott Patton in that number 46 truck, 17 on our live timing and scoring. He's on track for his opening lap. And he's gonna go ahead and call it a lap, I guess. Not sure what's happening on that number 17 truck, but he's gonna end it with a 29.55. Brian Steele on track now, your season 54 champion. Turn number 4 this time by, and Ryan Steele gonna trip the timing line as he is out there for his qualifying laps right there in that double nickel. Down the Boeing back stretch. And to turn 3 and 4. Off of turn number 3 and 4 down the front stretch. Here we go. 6. 29.59 for Ryan Steele, your defending champion of the Western States Racing League, winning season number 54. Down the back straightaway on lap number 2. He's going to try and improve on that 29.58. Turn number 4, the sun's coming in their eyes. And he's going to be fourth fastest with a 29.51. Up next on the racing surface for his qualifying lap out of Newcastle, Indiana, that's Chad Stern. The Newcastle, Indiana native on track. Down the Boeing back straightaway. Into turns number 3 and 4. He's going to take that late apex. And his opening lap is going to be good enough for 5th quickest. He's going to bump Ryan Petty right out of the top 5. Down the back straightaway, the Boeing backstretch. And he is going to be coming off of turn number 3 and 4. And that's going to do it for his qualifying run. Earl Weaver times in with a 29.77. So 29.52 will be good enough for the driver out of Newcastle, Indiana. Chad Stearns, Dustin Burns on the racetrack in that 04 Keystone Light Chevy Silver Ford F-150. I better get my brands right. Dustin Burns coming up through the gearbox. As he's getting ready to come down that back straightaway. He's going to take the green flag. Barney with the green flag in hand. And Dustin Burns is now on the clock. 29.33 is the time he needs to beat to be on the pole. Down the back straightaway for his opening lap. Onto the front stretch. Lap number 1. Dustin Burns comes to get the white flag. Get enough for 19.69. Off of turn number 1 and 2 for the second time. Down the back straightaway. And that's going to be the end of qualifying. All right. Well, just as we wrap up qualifying, we're going to go ahead and take a look at our starting grid here tonight. And on the pole is Bentley Glazer in the 36 truck. Goes outside will be Jacob Jensen out of Cabo Motorsport. Row number 2 is where you'll find Jacob Jensen and the season 54 champion Ryan Steele. Row number 3, you have Chad Stearns out of Newcastle, Indiana, and the owner of the Icon Cup Series, Ryan Patty, in that number 30 truck. Row number 4, Scott Patton and Matt Sitzler will start 7th and 8th. Rounding out your top 10 will be last week's winner, Bob Beltrami and Liam Irving out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Row number 6 is where you'll find Jeff Hollingsworth and Jason Anderson in that number 92 truck. Earl Weaver, last week's third place finisher, Julian Ricci, starts 13th and 14th. Row number 8 is Charlie Woods and Ayrton Tobin, who's going to live boss. Row number 9 is where you'll find John Kenyon and David Weaver. Row 10, Dustin Burns and Todd Miles. Scott Kukis and Barry Phil will make up row 11. And rounding out your field, Daryl Scott in the 62 truck. 23 trucks to start here tonight as we get ready to rock and roll 147 laps. These guys get rolling here. They're going to come down that back straightaway. And it's going to be Jacob Jensen, Bentley Glazer on the front row when they do. But there's only one thing left to do, as this sun's going to wreak havoc coming into turns number 3 and 4. They're going to be driving into the sun and then driving into the shade. But race fans, there you see the field in the distance. iRacing.com pace car pulls off. It's hard left turn. There's only one thing left to do. That means we're going to do it for Dale. We're going to be like Biff. And race fans, we're going to race like Rowdy Creepleg is out. Down and away we go. 147 laps will make up the distance here at Darlington. Ryan Patty already get a Darlington stripe out of the Electric City Racing Stable. Meanwhile, Jacob Jensen and Bentley Glazer are going to single file it out here. And this is going to be a game of leapfrog. Right now, Shane Jensen battling Ryan Patty. And that's for that 4th position. They come thundering down the front straightaway. Jacob Jensen going to lead lap number 1. There's those intervals for you. Right now is just about 0.2 of a second. Meanwhile, it is twilight out here. And just to see what these guys are going through, we're going to hop on board with Ryan Patty right off the bat here. You can see we're coming down the back straightaway. Now, we're going to be driving, or that's the front straightaway. We're going to be coming into turn number 1. We're going to hop on board. And we got troubles going on. We'll take a look at that here in just a minute. There's that sun. And it's just going to dive in behind the back straightaway. And we're going to take a look at what happened to Shane Jensen. He was battling Ryan Patty. Let's see what happened here. Oh, he's going to get loose and then cool. Evasive mover. Now, let's see what happened to Todd Miles. I got a feeling we're about to see what happened here. Here's Todd Miles, John Kenyon. John Kenyon going to get loose. Todd Miles with nowhere to go. He's going to slide in to the 88 truck. 2 separate incidents. We're going to stay green. And now the caution's out. John Kenyon showing crash. And he's going to get loose once again. Oh, boy. Okay. Right into the wall he goes. So Jacob Jensen, Bentley Glazer, Ryan Steele, Matt Slisler, Ryan Patty is your top 5. So we are now working caution number 1 here. Season 54 champion Ryan Steele continued right there in that 3rd position. While we have a moment, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this weather right here in Darlington, South Carolina. It is 70 degrees in the air, so it's a Chamber of Commerce type day. 73 on the track, 11-mile-an-hour wind coming out of the northeast under a clear sky, and 86% relative humidity. That humidity is a big number. There's a lot of moisture in the air. No one going to take a pit stop this time. It's too early. So we're only, just a few laps into this piece. Todd Miles, Shane Jensen, and John Kenyon, all 3 taking pit stops. All right, we're doubled up Noah's Ark style behind that iRacing.com pace car. Once again, I want to thank everybody for joining us on your phones and your homes, wherever you're watching at. So we get ready to come back to green flag racing here with the Western States Racing League. Jacob Jensen, Bentley Glazer, the front row untouched here. Where the lights are out on the iRacing.com pace truck. So we are getting ready to go back to green flag racing here. And then you got Matt Sisler, Ryan Patty in danger, falling out of the top 5. He's going to be lined up next to former broadcaster Liam Irvig. They come out of the restart zone here in just a few seconds. Through the Sunoco restart zone, we're back to green flag racing. Jacob Jensen's going to take the early lead here. He fires off into turn number 1 and 2. The Team Watson racing setup there. Sponsors that number 64 truck. Here comes Bentley Glazer in the 37 truck, and they're thundering down the back straightaway. Matt Slisler looking for a good run here. He's got Ryan Steele, your season 54 champion, right behind him. And then you got Ryan Patty, who's looking to gain just a little information for Sunday night as the Icon Cup Series heads to Darlington, South Carolina. You can catch those guys around 8 o'clock Eastern on HMS TV. They do a wonderful job over there, And make sure, while you're over there checking out HMS TV, comment on your favorite paint scheme. That they do a paint scheme of the night over there during the broadcast. So, and I tell you what, if you are a fan of Ryan Batty, he has some good paint schemes. And I know for a fact that Brian Smith definitely has wonderful paint schemes. But meanwhile, the DeWalt number 30 Chevy Silverado making a little bit, hey, almost losing touch with Ryan Steele. No matter if you're on Team Ryan or Team Ryan, you're not going to be disappointed. Ryan Steele doing everything he can to catch Matt Sisler and the number 93 truck. And this is just how much room there isn't on this racetrack. We have 10 laps in the history books right now. Chad Stearns now down 7 laps. Errol Scott not taking the green flag here tonight. He didn't make the call. And now these guys are just about single filed out. They're going to start playing leapfrog. Bentley Glazer still running in that second position. Matt Sisler, Ryan Steele, Ryan Batty. That is your top 5 right now. Jeff Hollingsworth almost just knocking on the door for a top 5 spot. Jacob Jensen there still continues to lead the way by half a second. Call it 6/10 of a second. Let us know who you're rooting on here tonight. We'll get them some screen time. As now, this is something we don't really see at Darlington. We got tandems going on. So we got Bentley Glazer and Jacob Jensen trying to do a breakaway. And then Matt Sisler and Ryan Steele. And then you got the rest of the field. Jeff Hollingsworth. Last week's winner, Bob Beltrami. And the Beltrami Salami, number 14. And he's got Liam Ervig right behind him. Liam Ervig starting to get on a roll here. It's only going to be a matter of time before he puts one of these things together and scores himself a victory. I know he got down on himself, really wanted to win Daytona. Felt like he had the truck to win it. And just pit stops plagued him all night long. And that's really easy to do. You get behind on these pit stops and this league will bury you on a pit stop error. It's not what you want to do. Efficiency is the name of the game here with the Western States Racing League, the WSRL. As Liam Ervig thinks about taking a look to the bottom, thinks better of it. He's in his first rookie season with the Western States Racing League as he traded in the suit and tie for a fire suit. Lap 17, 16 laps, and the history book to go. Julian Ritchie had a good run, put it on the podium last week in that one truck, looking to do a repeat performance this week. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Jacob Jensen and Bentley Glazer still going at it. And then you got Ryan Steele and Ryan Petty. Ryan Steele closer to Matt Sisler than Ryan Petty is to him. Matt Sisler, Ryan Petty looking to the inside. Once again, there's not a whole lot of room. So let's go ahead and jump back on board with Bentley Glazer. Actually, we'll jump on board with Liam Ervig as he's going to take us around this racetrack. Now you can see you're going to run out of room. It's almost like, running a cushion on a dirt track. And then that truck's going to get really light on corner entry or exit. 20 or 18 laps in the history book. We're getting ready to go lap 20. No stage breaks. Now they run the traditional points format, where there was no chase, there was no playoffs, and they have 2 drop leads. Liam Urban. You can catch every Thursday night over on DRSN with a late model series of Heat broadcast. Bentley Glazer just right ahead of him. They come thunder and down the back straightaway. We're going to go ahead, step aside, take our first commercial break of the night. We'll be right back. You won't miss a thing here on ABSN.
The Collateral Damage Sports Network overlays can take your broadcast to the next level. Whether you want to kick off the show with our all-new infographics or wrap it up with our race results 2.0 with podium and superlatives. In the race, dive in to see who got on and off pit road the fastest, and then use our head-to-head plug-in package to know exactly when your driver will catch the leader. For your onboard cameras, you've got to have the tower telemetry. Then for the rest of your broadcast, keep up with all the action with alerts for penalties, off-tracks, and other events, stage break grids, alternative leaderboards, special event plugins like the Indy 500 qualifying, and more to keep your audience plugged into your stream, whether it's rolling grids and podiums, performance breakdowns by car, club, class, and team, or even pulling your Sim Racer hub standings automatically. Join these elite broadcast partners and find your next broadcast upgrade at collateraldamagesportsnetwork.com.
Thank you, Shane Cochran, for telling us all about the collateralsportsdamage.com. Right now, Jacob Jensen still doing Jacob Jensen type things as he is out to a half a second lead over Bentley Glazer. No surprise there. We're working lap 24 of 147. Alan bringing it up here with you in the ABSN booth, bringing you all the action from the green flag to the checkered flag right here on ABSN. And that didn't work. 24 laps, I forgot to switch my audio. Things happen. Please don't hold it against me. But nonetheless, should be better now. Once again, Jacob Jensen doing Jacob Jensen type things. Bentley Glazer, Matt Sisler, Ryan Steele, Ryan Patty round out your top five. Bentley Glazer still running second. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, it is now a 1 second gap between Jacob Jensen, Bentley Glazer, Matt Sisler, Ryan Steele, Ryan Patty, all battling it for third. Bentley Glazer, your third, fourth place or fifth place truck right now. Jeff Hollingsworth just knocking outside of the top five. Don't forget to smash that like, share, and subscribe button. Get those bells ringing We're on the road to 200 subscribers. We get 200 subscribers, there will be a picture for raffle. We will raffle off a Kenny Wallace photo that I took, courtesy of Turn 1 Motorsports Photography. And we will share that photo out on the Discord and stuff, so that way your favorite driver share that photo to the fan base. And pretty much every comment on YouTube.com live chat will be an entry into the drawing here once we hit 200 subscribers. So make sure you comment and comment often, so that's one entry. Ryan Patty's still on the outside looking in as far as the podium goes. Everybody else is just all about single filed out. And fuel's going to start coming into play here just momentarily. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, as we go with the V-Speed Contender Series over on the V-Speed Contender Network. So make sure you're tuned into that one. They're looking for 100 subscribers. We are on the road to 100, so. And caution it out once again. Yeah, this time it's for Jason Anderson backed up against the wall. Let's see what happened there. To Jason Anderson in the 92 truck. He's going to go ahead and get. Oh, Julian Ritchie comes down. He skirts the wall, comes down and gets the 92 truck. Not the way that he was hoping his race would go. We come back onto the live picture. These guys are definitely going to start taking pit stops. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and take another break here. We'll be right back here and go side by side. We won't miss a thing.
The Collateral Damage Sports Network overlays can take your broadcast to the next level. Whether you want to kick off the show with our all-new infographics or wrap it up with our race results 2.0 with podium and superlatives. In the race, dive in to see who got on and off pit road the fastest, and then use our head-to-head plug-in package to know exactly when your driver will catch the leader. For your onboard cameras, you've got to have the tower telemetry. Then for the rest of your broadcast, keep up with all the action with alerts for penalties, off-tracks, and other events, stage break grids, alternative leaderboards, special event plugins like the Indy 500 qualifying, and more to keep your audience plugged into your stream, whether it's rolling grids and podiums, performance breakdowns by car, club, class, and team, or even pulling your Sim Racer hub standings automatically. Join these elite broadcast partners and find your next broadcast upgrade at CollateralDamageSportsNetwork.com.
Thank you to Shane Cochran for telling us all about the CollateralSportsDamage.com. As we are getting ready to get lined up 2 by 2, Noah's Ark stop behind this iRacing.com pace car. As checking in the world of sports, the St. Louis Cardinals are out in LA tonight for a 3-game set with the Dodgers. As we are getting lined up here, Jacob Jensen got to be on the button. right now the White Sox are beating up on the Astros 5-0. The Orioles losing to the Rockies by 1 run. The Yankees are beating the Angels by 3. The Phillies over the Diamondbacks at the end of the 4th by 2. The St. Louis Cardinals are leading the Los Angeles Dodgers by 3 on the top of the 3rd. iRacing.com pace car pulls in. Jacob Jensen on the button. We get ready to go back to green flag racing. The sun's gone down, the lights are come up. And long ago, somebody left with the cup. Green flag racing, we're back to green on lap 38. Jacob Jensen going to drive away. Bentley Glazer right behind him. Ryan Batty finally gets to that 3rd spot. Ryan Steele, your season 54 champion, trailing the 30 truck of Ryan Batty. Ryan Batty's going to go high. It's going to allow Ryan Steele to get by him for 3rd. Meanwhile, the only 2 drivers that are liking this battle going on right now, and that is Jacob Jensen and Bentley Glazer as they're driving away cleanly. Ryan's still going to drive up in front of the 30 truck. Here comes Matt Sisler in at 93 ride. He's trying for it, maybe not. 92 truck gonna get out of the way. And this is one of those racetracks where it's not for everybody. You know, you don't want to be in somebody's way. And it's really easy to do. Don't forget, next week, September 8th, the Western States Racing League is off. So we'll come back the following week, September 8th, the WSRL is off, and well, that means your boy gets a good night's sleep. I want to thank everybody for tuning in here on your phones, in your homes, wherever you may be watching here on ABSN. I want to thank everybody. Everybody's views are greatly appreciated. Jacob Jensen, Bentley Glazer, Ryan Steele, Ryan Patty. It's a battle of the Ryans. No matter which side you're on, if you're a fan of Ryan, you're not going to be disappointed. However, Bentley Glazer, Jacob Jensen still driving away from Ryan Steele. Just as we say that, Ryan Patty becomes under fire from Matt Sisler. Matt Sisler trying to catch up to the 30 truck without losing touch, and then you got Scott Patton in the 46-17 on live timing and scoring. Liam Irving in the 38 truck trying to catch up to the 17/46. Then you got Ayrton Tobin and Jeff Hollingsworth. Ayrton Tobin started to lift Moss. There's that Taco Bell number 99. Love that good-looking paint scheme. Jeff Hollingsworth out of Old Guys Rule, Charlie Woods and the 98 truck. As now Jeff Hollingsworth is going to drag race Tobin down the front straightaway. I like the old school Taco Bell look. Give me a soft spot, why don't you? Lap 45 and 147. Jacob Jensen now leading over Bentley Glazer over 0.2 of a second. Let's go back to that battle here. As the sun's gone down and the lights have come up. And here comes Bentley Glazer. He's getting that great corner exit. The number 36 truck of Bentley Glazer out of Old Guys Roll. Old Guys Roll Racing. Say that about 5 times fast. Still on board with Bentley Glazer, and you see that interval. The sun's gone down. There's no sunlight to be abstracted for these guys. See Bentley or Jacob Jensen pull away ever so slightly. And then you now Jacob Jensen pulling away, and there's that good corner that Bentley Glazer just got. Working lap 49, 48 laps in the history books to go. Ryan Steele, Ryan Patty, it's the battle of the Ryans. And there, wouldn't you know it, Ryan Patty caught Ryan Steele. And here's the thing about Ryan Patty. He doesn't get over here often. This is his first appearance with the Western States Racing League. He tries to, so the truck doesn't correlate with the cup car. But what he can learn where to let off, where to get back in the gas, because it's still going to be the same line. And he's just competing for race wins. He's not even competing for points. Lap number 51, 50 laps in the history book we go. Breaking news, we just went off on the broadcast. That's the St. Louis thing. Bentley Glazer working, or Ryan Patty working underneath Ryan Steele. The battle for third. And Ryan Patty gonna try to make it official this time by, no, we can't do it. Ryan Patty gonna slide right behind Matt Sisler. And Ryan Patty still trying to battle back. Does he have an answer for Ryan Steele? Maybe not. As the sun's going to go down just a little bit further. As we are getting all the way ensconced in darkness. 54 laps in the history books we go. Steele, Matt, sister Ryan, Patty. And you can even say Scott Patton and Liam Irving are all three, and they're all in this battle. Lap number 56, 55 laps in the history book to go. Don't forget, next week we are off with the Western States Racing League. They have certain nights that are built in that are off, and so they usually occur around the holidays. Under caution once again, Earl Weaver this time. Well, let's see what happened now. It looks like no harm, no foul, and that's what damage on that racetrack. And there, ooh, he's gonna pitch Julian Ricci into the wall, and wow. Guys catch up. Wholesale pit stop's getting ready to happen. We're getting ready and take another commercial break. We'll be right back to bring it side by side while these guys are on pit road.
The Collateral Damage Sports Network overlays can take your broadcast to the next level. Whether you want to kick off the show with our all-new infographics or wrap it up with our race results 2.0 with podium and superlatives. In the race, dive in to see who got on and off pit road the fastest, and then use our head-to-head plug-in package to know exactly when your driver will catch the leader. For your onboard cameras, you've got to have the tower telemetry. Then for the rest of your broadcast, keep up with all the action with alerts for penalties, off-tracks, and other events, stage break grids, alternative leaderboards, special event plugins like the Indy 500 qualifying, and more to keep your audience plugged into your stream, whether it's rolling grids and podiums, performance breakdowns by car, club, class, and team, or even pulling your Sim Racer hub standings automatically. Join these elite broadcast partners and find your next broadcast upgrade at collateraldamagesportsnetwork.com.
Thank you, Shane Cochran, for telling us all about the collateralsportsdamage.com. And I'm not for sure how this strategy is going to work out, but Ryan Steele, Bentley Glazer are the only trucks not to come down pit road. I tried the strategy before. It never ends well. You know, I mean, look, if it's the end of the race, I can see it. But through the mid part of the race, I'm not 100% sure. All right, we're getting ready to come back to green flag racing. Julian Ricci trying to catch up to the rest of the field. I wonder if they're going to allow this start to happen. With everybody trying to catch up, they might wave this one off. But we're going to find out together. Ryan Steele and Liam Irving on the front row. Racing that kind of pace truck going to peel off on the pit road. Ryan is still going to have the bottom of the back to green flag racing here at Darlington. Green flag is in the air. We're back to racing here at Darlington. Ryan's still going to get away cleanly. Liam Murphy giving pursuit. So far, Ryan Steele and Liam Murphy holding their own. Murphy going to go up to the bottom side. Bentley Glazer looking on the inside of Ryan Steele. And guess who's going to be coming right along with him? Ryan Batty. Well, let's see what happened here. Ooh. Just going to slide there. Lap 64 of 147. We're almost halfway there. And then you got Jacob Jensen doing Jacob Jensen things as we were trying to find some more good battles. Everybody's just filed out. Got Liam Irving under fire from Jeff Alvin for just about to lose touch with Scott Patton. Jacob Jensen out in the front to a 2.5 second lead. Matt Blitzer just now got second away from Bentley Glazer. Lap 67.6. I guess that's how the thing goes. Everybody for tuning in on your phones, in your homes, wherever you're watching. Right now, Jacob Jensen putting a lacking on his field. Lap 67 laps in the entry. We got less than 100 to go. Jacob Jensen, Matt Spencer, Bentley Glazer, top three. Jason Anderson coming off pit road, and he's going to go right back on the pit road. We got this other great battle up here. Jacob Jensen. We're working lap number 70. We're almost to 100. Then we got a 47 lap run to the end. We get to the lap 100 mark. Jason Anderson back on pit road for reasons unknown. Chad Stearns has won the race of the beer stand. How about Liam Irving up there in the top 5? He's up 5 spots right now. Laps in the history book. The run that Liam needed. I mean, he's right there, finishing racing, doing great things on the racetrack. Jacob Jensen out to almost a 5-second lead over Matt Sisler there. 4.5 seconds. We're watching the 38 truck of Liam Irving under fire from Scott Madden. Current lap 73 of 147. It's almost like Jacob Jensen has put on the afterburn. Lap number 76 out of 147. Jacob Jensen still continues to lead this piece. I mean, what a drive by Jacob Jensen. I mean, you can't get any better than that. Scott Patton going up and allowing David Weaver and a 16 truck to go right by him. Bob Beltrami also been around Scott Patton in that number 14 truck, last week's winner at Daytona. And we asked Bob Beltrami in his victory lane speech, what is it about you and drivers doing their debut races that so Bob Beltrami, so here's a little bit of a backstory. Bob Beltrami wins at Atlanta on his ABSN debut of the Western States Racing League. And then he turns around and he racks off a win last week. Now, last week we had Tyler Grenier, the second voice that you're not hearing tonight. Tyler Grenier, you know, he's a racer. He's a good guy. He wanted to come on the show. So, you know, last week at Daytona, Bob Beltrami wins in his debut. Or maybe I said Bob Beltrami going to tag a little bit of the wall. Bentley Glazer giving Liam Irving the business. Liam Irving up to fourth. He's about 2 seconds behind. Third place, Ryan Steele, Bentley. Ooh! Liam Irving going to make the highlight reel, not for the right reason this time. Bob Beltrami going to get around him because there was 3 spots. Just as I say good things about him. Bob Beltrami up to fourth. Liam Irving back to seventh. Lap 81 of 147 to go here. Jacob Jensen just obliterating the field right now. Shane Jensen still on the racetrack. Now, Ryan Steele going to get around him. Earl Weaver. Up down Charlie Woods. And then there is the 64 truck of Jacob Jensen coming into view. And you can see Jacob Jensen just right behind him. Liam Irving gonna go on pit road. He's gonna lose time. He's got damage to that truck. Liam getting services an unscheduled pit stop for the driver of the 38 truck. Charlie Woods trying to stay on the lead lap here. Now, there's Jacob Jensen. Ayrton Tobin in the next truck. He's got decisions he's got to make. But once he gets past Ayrton Tobin, he's got a clear racetrack right ahead of him. Right now, we're watching the number 98 truck, Ayrton Tobin. Now, the next truck to go lap down, and then just ahead of him, you got Shane Jensen, who's already a lap down. Ayrton Tobin still stayed on the lead lap, not succumbing to the 64 truck. Here goes Jacob Jensen. Liam Irving now 2 laps down in 16th position. Liam back onto the racing surface. And lap 87. Let's take a look at what happened to Liam Irving here. Guys just battling it out. Bob Beltrami looks to the inside. Liam Irving still on the outside. He's going to get loose, slam the wall. Get a heads up driving by Liam just to avoid all of that. Jacob Jensen, though, out to a 6.5 second lead. Jeff Hollingsworth, next truck to go lap down. Liam Irving back on pit road. That truck's got to have more damage than what he probably thinks. And probably going to call it a night. Hopefully, we might see him. Maybe we'll see him join the broadcast booth soon. Maybe not. Liam, so excited about driving here in the Western States Racing League. Let's see what happens. He's back on pit road, getting some more damage fixed up. So far, meanwhile, back at the ranch, Jeff Hollingsworth, the last truck on the lead lap. Ayrton Tobin is a lap down. Lap number 90 of 147. Liam Irving still on pit road. We're going to keep an eye on that. Here comes Jacob Jensen. He's going to put Ryan Steele a lap down. Ryan Steele 1 lap down. It's about to be 2 laps down. There's your race leader, though. Almost 7 seconds. see Jacob Jensen is getting a little bit bigger. Come back out to the wide shot. Jeff Hollingsworth still on the lead lap for right now. So we're going to go ahead and take our next commercial break. We'll be right back. You won't miss a thing here. We go side by side here on ABSN. We'll be right back.
The Collateral Damage Sports Network overlays can take your broadcast to the next level. Whether you want to kick off the show with our all-new infographics or wrap it up with our race results 2.0 with podium and superlatives. In the race, dive in to see who got on and off pit road the fastest, and then use our head-to-head plug-in package to know exactly when your driver will catch the leader. For your onboard cameras, you've got to have the tower telemetry. Then for the rest of your broadcast, keep up with all the action with alerts for penalties, off tracks, and other events, stage break grids, alternative leaderboards, special event plugins like the Indy 500 qualifying, and more to keep your audience plugged into your stream, whether it's rolling grids and podiums, performance breakdowns by car, club, class, and team, or even pulling your Sim Racer Hub standings automatically. Join these elite broadcast partners and find your next broadcast upgrade at collateraldamagesportsnetwork.com.
Thank you, Shane Cochran, for letting us know all about the collateralsportsdamage.com. Jacob Jensen still leading by 8.5 seconds. Matt Sisler all the way back there. There's Matt Sisler just now getting around Ayrton Dobin. And Matt Sisler is almost 9 seconds back. Lap 99 of 147. We got just about, just a little under 50 laps to go. Matt Sisler still behind Jacob Jensen by a sizable lead. And Liam Irving back out on the racetrack. He's going to get one of his laps back the hard way. As Liam Irving still down a number of laps here. And I want to say it's 9 laps down. We're going to make it 8 here as we go by the start-finish line. Now Beltrami looking to get another podium tonight, if not a race win. I want to thank everybody for joining us here in the YouTube.com live chat. Remember, we are on the road to 100 to 200 subscribers. So, I mean, we are sitting at currently 118. So definitely all the people that have subscribed so far, will be put into a drawing, and they will get a picture of Kenny Wallace wheeling his modified at the Federated Auto Parts Race 955 Owens Fest weekend. Courtesy of our friends here at Turn 1 Motorsports Photography on Facebook. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we're not even going to the ranch. Ryan Petty now under fire from Shane Jensen. It's not even a battle for position. Bob Beltrami starting to put some distance between Ryan Petty and himself. 102 laps into the history books. Maybe Ryan Petty can get himself a good finish, maybe even a podium. As we have officially gone tarps off here in the bucket. I figured if they can do it at Busch Stadium, then we can do it live here in the ABSN bridge just south of St. Louis. Just saying. But right now, as we're watching this battle transpire, Ryan Petty has caught Bob Beltrami, and I feel like this is a battle that happens quite often here. We are working lap 104 of 147. Bob Beltrami going to go low. Ryan Petty going to make it official as they head down into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to make it official as we cross the line. Matt Sisler out to the race lead. Jacob Jensen on pit road. And that's a 10.5-second gap. We'll call it 11 seconds. These guys are going to start pulling the proverbial parachute. Now, if the race were to end right now, Ryan Petty, Matt Slisser, and Bob Beltrami would in fact be on the podium. But we don't have rain in the pavement side. I wish we did. That would make strategy. Think about it. If you knew rain was coming and you're running this race right now, that would make a difference in your strategy. Ryan Petty going to dive it on pit road. It's the race leader. Bob Beltrami coming right along with him. David Weaver will inherit the lead. And Liam's going to get one of his laps back and make it 8 laps down. Chad Stern's going to win. He's going to win the race in the beer car. Todd Miles in the 11 truck. He is currently second. Jacob Jensen back up to third, or fifth rather. But once he goes by, he's going to leapfrog Ryan Petty and Bob Beltrami. David Weaver going to bring it down pit road here on lap 107. Todd Miles will also bring it down. Jacob Jensen going to be the leader by default now. He's going to inherit the race lead. And he's going to set the fastest lap of the race. Brian Steele now almost 6 seconds back from your race leader of Jacob Jensen. Matt Sisler back on the podium. Things are starting to cycle through now. Ryan Petty finds himself in fifth. Once again, I want to thank everybody for joining us here in the YouTube, on your phones, wherever you, on your phone, on your own, wherever you may be watching the Western States Racing League, and right now, if you had Jacob Jensen starting on the outside pole, and now setting, they're pretty much just leading all the laps except for ones that can't get started on pit road. He is out front of Ryan still at the tune of 8 seconds. Ryan Patty trying to learn something. I wonder what he's learned right now from running this race. If anything, will translate to Sunday. Once again, don't forget you can catch Icon Cup Series featuring Ryan Patty and a whole host of others live every Sunday on the HMS TV broadcast. I forgot all about that. Ryan Patty gonna go around Bentley Glazer for 4th. And he's got his sights set on that system. And that number 93 ride. We're watching this great battle go on right now. Jacob Jensen, Ryan Steele, Matt Sisler, Ryan Petty, and Bentley Glazer. That's the top 5. Lap 113 of 147. Lap 114 right now, and Jacob Jensen has just opened it up to a 15-second gap. And now there's only 5 trucks left on the lead lap. Lee Murphy still 8 laps down, running 16. He's made the highlight reel for all the wrong reasons tonight. His truck looks to be fixed up. Like he knows he's running out of laps. And all Liam needs to do right now is just complete all of these laps. Lap 116 of 147. Jacob Jensen, Matt Sisler, Ryan Still. Top 3. We're going to go ahead and take one final commercial break of the night. We'll be side-by-side dual Mustang here on ABSN. We'll be right back.
The Collateral Damage Sports Network overlays can take your broadcast to the next level. Whether you want to kick off the show with our all-new infographics or wrap it up with our race results 2.0 with podium and superlatives. In the race, dive in to see who got on and off pit road the fastest, and then use our head-to-head plug-in package to know exactly when your driver will catch the leader. For your onboard cameras, you've got to have the tower telemetry. Then for the rest of your broadcast, keep up with all the action with alerts for penalties, off-tracks, and other events, stage break grids, alternative leaderboards, special event plugins like the Indy 500 qualifying, and more to keep your audience plugged into your stream, whether it's rolling grids and podiums, performance breakdowns by car, club, class, and team, or even pulling your Sim Racer hub standings automatically. Join these elite broadcast partners and find your next broadcast upgrade at collateraldamagesportsnetwork.com.
27 laps to go. Thank you, Shane Cochran, for telling us all about the CollateralSportsDamageNetwork.com. Jacob Jensen out to a 16-second lead with 27 seconds remaining. Billy Glazer, the last truck on the lead lap here. Ryan Patty just outside the podium, and he can see Ryan Steele. It's just about a 2-second gap. So we go on board with Ryan Patty out of the ECR Racing Stable. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight on your phones, in your homes, wherever you may be watching. Do me a favor, this is something that you can do for free. Make sure you smash that like, share, subscribe button, and get those bells ringing so that way you're notified every time the ABSN and the Western States Racing League is on the air. Next week, no race. We are off in the Western States Racing League. There's a few off dates that are built into the season. Tomorrow night's one of them. Next week is one of them. As we will take a quick pit stop from racing for the Labor Day holiday. And 25 laps to go. Ryan Patty has all but caught Ryan Steele. He is right there. Across the stripe. 25 to go. And I believe it's soon to be 24 to go. This right here is going to be your best battle on the racetrack so far. Laps remain here from Darlington. Laps to go now. Commercial breaks are over. We're going to see this one out to the checkered flag. Jacob Jensen with almost a 16.5 second lead. I mean, I'm sure your caution comes out, that leads the race. And there's a whole lot of drivers in the field right now that caution will come out sooner rather than later. But right now, 22 laps to go. The scenes of the hourglass are running thin for Matt Sisler. Jacob Jensen, the star of the field here tonight. Chad Stearns is going to win the race in the beer stand. Liam Burberry now 19 laps down. I believe he has had his 1 meter peg. Yep, and he has. So we are high above the Darlington Speedway, Darlington Raceway. There's the man of the class. There's the class. He is putting on a show on how to get around Darlington. Matt Sisler just about 16.16 seconds behind the race leader, Jacob Jensen. 20 laps remain. Ryan Patty still trying to, well, he would be on the podium right now. So if the race were to end right here, Ryan Patty would be the final step of the podium. Getting ready to get 19 laps to go. Here comes Jacob Jensen, Ryan Patty still in that third position, 16 seconds behind your race leader, Jacob Jensen. Sits Matt Sisler in a 22.5, we'll call it 23 seconds behind your race leader since Ryan Patty. Once again, Bentley Glazer rounding out your top 5. $18 laps to go. I mean, it's not really even close. Let's take a look at the race recap. Wow, we got him on 130 laps or 137, 18 laps to go. Make it 17 laps to go. Jacob Jensen, your race leader. 5 lead changes, 3 cautions for 9 laps. 17 laps remain, 17 circuits around Darlington. And so far, Bob Beltrami has gotten his lap back. We now have 7 trucks on the lead lap. $16 circuits left. We are down to a shootout. Ryan Patty still finds himself back here in the 3rd position. Here comes the 98 truck of Charlie Woods. Here comes Ryan Steele. About 4 seconds behind this battle with Ryan Patty. Ryan Patty just trying not to do anything egregious. Bob Beltrami back here also. Remain for Jacob Jensen, as we now have 6 trucks left on the lead lap. Well, now 5. Bob Beltrami has worked his way into the top 5. Make it 14 laps to go. Eric Tobin trying to make up one of his laps. As he is 2 laps down. Still running 10th. Laps to go. Baker's dozen left. As Bob Beltrami, now we're down to 14 trucks left on the lead lap. Bentley Glazer next to go lap down. I mean, look, Jacob Jensen with a dozen laps to go. Looks like he's on a Sunday drive here at Darlington, South Carolina. I mean, this is insane. In 2 years that I've been broadcasting this league, I have never seen a driver lap all the way up to 4th. 11 laps remaining, still 10 to go. 3 trucks remain on the lead lap. I mean, I'm absolutely dumbfounded right now. 10 laps to go this time by. Just 10 laps to go for that man right there, Jacob Jensen. He was putting on an absolute clinic here. Just under 11 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. And that would be almost midnight here on the East Coast. 9 laps remaining. We are down to single-digit laps. I mean, I've run out of words. Because right now, the next truck to go left down is our 3rd place finisher of Ryan Patty. Eight left. 8 laps to go for this man right here, Jacob Jensen. Thank everybody for tuning in on your phones, in your homes, wherever you may be tuning in at. 7 laps to go. Jacob Jensen still just on a Sunday drive. It's like he entered the flux capacitor and away he went. Untouchable, started from the outside pole. I mean, normally I wouldn't show the leaders, but right. I mean, 5, 6 laps to go right now. Six laps to go, half a dozen laps left. Shane Jensen gonna let Jacob go by. They're gonna come 5 Landys in the air, 5 laps to go for Jacob Jensen out of Phoenix, Arizona. I mean, this is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Jacob Jensen getting ready, 5 laps away from scoring a win here at Darlington. Don't forget to join us in 2 weeks as we got a week off next week. So 4 laps to go for the Labor Day weekend holiday. Make sure you tune in at 9:20 Central, 10:20 Eastern. We bring you all the action live here on ABSN. Jacob Jensen, some 4 laps away. Matt Sisler has now closed that interval down to 15 seconds. Three laps remaining. These fancy hourglass are gone for Matt Sisler. I mean, what a race this has been all night long. Ryan Steele going to try to get one of his laps back the hard way. Popsicle sticks in the air. And this time by will be a wave of the doctor's jacket. Down the back straightaway, 2 laps to go. This time by will be a wave of the doctor's jacket. White flag and Popsicle sticks go down, the white flag comes out, and we're racing back to checkers. Oh, there it is, the wave of the doctor's jacket. White flag is out. Matt Sisler, Ryan Caddy on the podium here tonight. Final lap. The driver out of Phoenix, Arizona. There he is. Off of turn number 3 or 4. Jacob Jensen in dominating fashion gonna win Darlington. Matt Sisler gonna bring it home second. Ryan Patty gonna bring it home third. Jacob Jensen should know that the race is over by now. There he goes, he's gonna burn it down. We are waiting to get the driver into the waiting room for the broadcast. I literally cannot believe what we just saw. As Jacob Jensen still burning it down. While we wait for Matt Sisler and Ryan Patty to join us here in the broadcast booth, we will go ahead and talk to a race winner as he is getting ready to. He's still doing donuts. We'll let him celebrate just a few more minutes. And here we go. Interview number 1 was the driver out of Phoenix, Arizona. Jacob Jensen, you win in dominating fashion. How does it feel to essentially almost lap the whole field?
Well, it feels pretty good. It was definitely a really good night for sure. I don't really know what the strategy was for a lot of people saving that extra set of tires. I know a lot of people still have a set of tires left in the pits, and around this track, you don't want that. I know it was only a 20 lap run that I put them on, but it's important to make sure you use those. So
Absolutely. Look, you made it look just about as easy as anybody could. You know, what a way to end the week and go into an off week, you know, with us taking off next week here at WSRL. What are you looking forward to this season, and how do you get that 64 truck so good?
yeah, I don't know. There apparently there's something up with the paint schemes because I've been running a paint scheme for each different color of the TWRS logo, and the blue one has won twice, and those have been the only 2 wins on the season. So I think we're going to be keeping with the blue paint scheme. But besides that, I really don't know. It's been just a really consistent year in terms of speed. The finishes haven't always been there, but there's been a lot of speed all year. So just trying to stay fast through the rest of the season. There's a lot of really good tracks that are left to come, but we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, before we get you out of here, who do you want to thank and who helped you get it done on that 64 truck?
Well, you always got to thank the good Lord first. It's awesome that He puts us here. Got to thank my Uncle Leonard. Got to thank my dad. He had a pretty rough night for sure, but you know things like that happen. So we'll see how he comes back in a week and a half. Actually, he's gonna be gone, so he'll be gone for a bit, but we'll see how he does. Got to thank all my friends, the rest of my family. It's always great having their support. Especially one person that's been saying that blue paint's gonna win all the time. I don't know what's going on with that, but got to thank the Team Watson Racing Setup Group, the Icon Apparel Group, W, and everyone at WLT2 Motorsports, Cavu Performance. I got to thank you for putting the show together, and I got to thank Bob for putting the league together. It's a really great place to race.
Yeah, awesome job once again. Congratulations on your win tonight. We're gonna let you go ahead and get out of here and celebrate that with your team.
Thank you very much. Have a nice one.
Yeah, and that was the race winner, Jacob Jensen. Up next, into the broadcast booth. Matt, it's always a good time to sit here and talk to you. Take us through that race and what more you needed to get around Jacob Jensen.
Well, Alan, I think I needed him to spin into the barrels or get a penalty. That 64 truck was just all the credit in the world to him. Insanely fast. Like, I don't think anybody was catching him tonight. It would have been, I think, even hard for some of the pro Coke drivers who were running tonight to run that 64 down the way he was flying. But just happy that our Three Birdies Golf Company Ram came home on the podium, with a P2 solid run after we missed Daytona last week. I thought we took a real risk with like 80 something to go, putting 4 tires on it. We only had like 3 sets over the wall, so that was a risk. I knew if we got a late caution, we might be in trouble, but luckily it all panned out for us. It stayed green long enough to where everybody had to pit, that nobody had the advantage, and when we came down, we got the lap lead over Jacob, and then just kind of consolidated P2 from there. Just kept the truck clean and brought her home with a very, very strong P2. And before we go on, I do want to apologize to the 30 Orion Patty. That contact, I think on the restart, that was my fault. I thought I could get the truck down there lower, and just a mistake on my part to drift up. I thought I was going to be able to either tuck in behind him or or clear him, or be able to drift up into like kind of maybe bump him in the door. I did not mean to catch him in the left rear. So it was really good to see the 30 come back for a P3 after what happened with us.
Yeah, definitely. As we take a week off and we come back and on the following week there, what's the rest of the season going to look like for that number 93 truck?
Well, we'll be here as many times as we can be here. I have a friend of mine who wanted to run in an earlier league, and it's that's actually why I missed yet last week. I didn't miss by much, to tell you the truth, Alan. We were it was Daytona, and we were coming to the white flag, and a caution came out, and that stopped me. Like, that should tell you how close it was. We were like 3 minutes short of being able to run both. So when I can run both, I'll be here, and hope to have more runs and maybe put this number 93 Three Birdies Golf Company Ram in victory lane a time or two more before the season runs out.
Well, look, man, before we get you out of here, who do you want to thank and who helped you get it done on that number 93 ride?
Well, Three Birdies Golf Company, they make a lot of awesome stuff, a lot of golf apparel, and I honestly wear it just in my everyday life. They got hats, shirts, pullovers, like stuff for people who golf, like covers for golf clubs, tees. They got a ton of stuff up there, so please go check them out. They've been an awesome sponsor, an awesome supporter of me and M3S Motorsports up at threebirdiesgolfcompany.com. Want to shout out my painter, Lil Hooper, Alan Steigerwall, aka Lil Hooper Designs. Oh, almost got that wrong. I think he's taking commissions now, so if you go check him out at Instagram, I think it's at Lil Hooper Designs. He might take a little while, but as you guys see my awesome Three Birdies Ram, definitely worth it. It's an awesome paint scheme. I love everything he does for me. All the others, all the people at M3S, including Alan, my friend Mike, who's here. Shout out him. It's gonna be his birthday in a little bit. Peace, Love, and Paws Rescue, Southeast Michigan, White Claw, Coke Zero Sugar, Jimmy John's, in Adrian College, and obviously Ram for coming back to the Truck Series, because it's just so awesome to have them back both here and in real life. Bob and everybody at Western States for putting this awesome league on, and Alan, you guys doing an awesome job on the broadcast, man. Always love being able to chat with you. Hopefully we get to do it again next time out.
Sounds good. Well, congratulations on the P2 finish. We're going to let you get out here and celebrate it with your team.
All right, sounds good. You take care, Alan.
And that was the voice of Matt Sisler. Last but certainly not least on the podium, the owner of the Icon Cup Series. You can catch these guys every Sunday night on HMS TV. Ryan Patty, how's it going?
Hey, Alan. Good to see you, man.
Hey, it's been a long time since me and you got to chat, but here you are on the podium here. And, I talk to Billy all the time about how these trucks don't translate to what you guys do on the Cup side. But it's, in my opinion, maybe you learned something for Sunday?
It's a good point. And Bentley's definitely right that these trucks are very, very different from the Cup car. And I primarily drive the Cup car, both in official races and in a couple of leagues that I run. So to jump in the truck and slide around like we do, it definitely takes a little adapting. These cars definitely, you can hang them out. There's a little bit of body skew. The tire is a lot more forgiving, so it's definitely fun. But I don't know how much I learned tonight. Braking points, the lift points are way different. Throttle application is wildly different. You're not shifting. So, I'll just be honest with you. I love this track. I saw Western States Racing League was running here tonight, so I wanted to come out and have a little bit of fun. And I had fun tonight. I had a shot at the win. Definitely had the pace to win, but things didn't really work out.
Yeah, exactly. It's always fun to see you come out here. I know that there's a few tracks that you do try to get out here, and as a league owner, it kind of feels kind of right, to almost just be able to come out and have a little bit of fun on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, that's exactly it, man. Running a league takes a lot out of you. Obviously, we'll give Bob a shout out, right? Even though it's a little early, but we know everything that has to go into a league to keep it going week over week and keep it competitive, keep everyone happy, and keep the riffraff out of it. It's taxing. So to be able to just show up and run like this in a league that's put together and has a good broadcast and a good crew of guys that shows up every week and are really quick and competitive and respectful, it's just a lot of fun.
Well, look, man, now's your chance. Before we get you out of here, who you want to thank? And the floor is yours. Any shameless plugs for your league, the broadcast team that does a great job over there with HBS TV? The floor is yours. Have at it.
Yeah, buddy. Well, I appreciate you putting on the show tonight. It's always good to see you in the booth and calling a good race. So appreciate you being here. And again, I mentioned Bob, but none of us would be here if Bob didn't do what he does, putting this on every Tuesday and every Friday night for either folks that are up late on the East Coast like me, or folks that are out west and just looking to come out and have some fun. So Bob, we appreciate you and thanks for doing this from one league owner to another. And for any of those that are around on Sunday nights, the Icon Cup Series, we're going on. I think it's season 6. It's 4 seasons since I've taken over. We've got a great broadcast crew. We're entering our chase, always looking for qualified and quick and respectful drivers on the Cup side. So anyone wants to give us a shout, we're Icon Cup Series on Facebook, and we'd be happy to have you. But thanks again, Alan. Again, a lot of fun tonight. Good time ripping the truck around Darlington, and look forward to jumping in the Cup car on Sunday.
Well, I tell you what, Ryan, do me a favor on Sunday and give Brian Smith a little bump in the tush for me. Let him know it's from Alan. And
we'll see, man. Hey, I outqualified him last time, so I don't know. I mean, I might have his number at Darlington.
I mean, all I can say is from the beginning of the season till now, it seems like Brian, and not to take anything away from the Western States Racing League, also racing tonight, but Brian, it seems like you guys cringe when Brian's on the racetrack.
I mean, it's a rabbit to chase. I'll say that. He's got most of us covered from a speed perspective most weeks, but every time you can either hang with him or put a pass on him, it just makes you feel that much better. And I think that's why a lot of us come out.
Absolutely. Well, Ryan, once again, congratulations on that 3rd place finish. I'll probably see you guys in the Icon Cup Series, maybe in St. Louis, maybe not. I believe that race is next weekend, so it might be a little time for Alan to come out and the Icon Cup Series to experience the Allen experience, if you will. But once again, congratulations on a good run here tonight. We'll let you get out of here and head to bed, as it is now 12 after midnight there on the East Coast.
All right, sounds good, man. Have a good night.
All right, you have a great night. We'll see you in the next one.
All right, later.
And that is the voice of Ryan Patty. Once again, you can catch the Icon Cup Series every Sunday live over there on HMS TV. But as we get ready to get out of here, we got just one more final piece of housekeeping to take care of. And that is our final results. As you just heard from your top 3. Bentley Glazer going to bring it home 4th. Bob Beltrami going to bring it home 5th. Jeff Hollingsworth 6th. 7th to go to Todd Miles. Ryan Steele will bring it home 8th. 9th to go to David Weaver. Ayrton Tobin will finish 10th. You're going to see the rest of your field scroll by at the bottom. We went 147 laps at 192.37 miles. We had 5 different lead changes amongst 5 different drivers, 3 cautions for 9 total laps. Bentley Glazer put it on the pole, and Jacob Jensen will get the most laps led with 139, and the fastest lap at a 29.56. And Todd Miles, your hard charger tonight. Don't forget, next week we are off with the Western States Racing League, taking the week off. The league is taking the week off also. So with that being said, we will see you in a couple weeks. Everybody at ABSN and WSRL, want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. I want to congratulate Jacob Jensen for a job well done and a race win. But as you walk through the streets of life, please don't play in traffic, everybody. Good night.